What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, hey, family. Welcome in, y'all. Just give me a second. I'm pulling up the live so I can keep up with the comments. Welcome in. Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. So nice to be here with you lovely people again, hanging out with the UGG fam. We have a special guest coming on soon. Let's see, who do I see up there? Stardusted 2, welcome. Thank you for coming in. If you are catching a replay, thank you. Thank you for giving me a shot. Thank you for doubling back around and checking your girl out and see what's going on. This is Wellness Wednesday. Every other Wednesday, I will have a guest here with me from some walk of life, some walk of wellness, someone working on their wellness journey. We're going to sit, we're going to chat. Usually it's about an hour. Today's episode is going to be probably about a half an hour. It's not going to be that long. I'm not going to hold y'all too long because I know we all got things to do. But if you decided to come and hang out with me on your lunch break, I appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Let's see who we have here. Hey, how are you? Stardusted 2, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I have a guest. You guys may have seen her on Nicole Rose Live a few weeks ago. My girl Denise, you may follow her on Instagram also from Denise's Garden of Zen. She will be coming in and hanging out with us shortly. And I have a whole bunch of things to discuss with her. So come on in, family, come on in. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to set this up to where I can see the chat. Hey, Donnie. Oh, they got you in traffic, huh, girl? I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. Well, our guest has arrived. I'm going to add her into the chat. Yes, my homegirl is here. Uh-oh, where'd she go? There we go. All right. Hey, sis.
How are you?
I'm better now. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm maintaining, surviving. It's only Wednesday, and a lot of things have to get done, but they
I
get
know
done.
that's right, girl.
This.
It's hump day. We all just trying to make it over.
Yeah.
Well, welcome in. Okay, Nicole is here. Nicole Smith Gardening. Welcome in. Welcome in, LP. I want to introduce you guys to my homegirl Denise from Denise's Garden of Zen. Denise, say hello to the chat.
Hello. I should say the UGG fam, because that's what
Yes, the UGG fam. Thank you so much for joining, for coming in. I know you're like literally on your lunch break.
Yes, I But what best way to spend it than my girl Key? Like, come on, this is amazing. I said I never do this, so let's go. I was here for it.
A nice way to shake up the day, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's right. Let's see. We got Virtuous Gardener 91. Thank you so much for coming in. Okay, so while people are still coming in, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Okay, so I'm Denise. I have a YouTube page and an Instagram page. It's Denise's Garden of Zen, where I'm trying to just share my knowledge in gardening, because honestly, I felt like it was needed. I wanted to see more people like me that I can relate with gardening and speaking on it. And I didn't feel like there was enough. So I created my own media and page so I can do that. I want to say I come from an area where there weren't many gardens. I was born in New York City and raised in upstate New York. Like I said, there wasn't many gardens, but I believe there was still a way, patio like that. So that's kind of what I like to focus on. It's just different ways of growing, not just your regular on the land type of thing.
So,
yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So what inspired you to actually get started? What was the trigger?
Well, I've always wanted to try. And there wasn't one thing specifically. Like I always wanted to grow my own things, but I would kill houseplants. And I'm still a little picky with that
I've been
house.
there. I've been there.
Uh, but I moved down south, purchased a home, and I figured, okay, I'm gonna try here. I have a little bit of land. I'm gonna try here.
In that
Um,
good old southern soil.
yes, and I did it, and it happened. You know, I failed the first year horribly because I tried from seed and I tried herbs, and yeah, that's kind of tough. In the second year, after a lot of research, I
Uh-huh.
was able to get things going with easier plants like cucumbers, tomatoes,
Right.
bigger plants, and I learned, okay, that's the route that I'm going with, and from then on, it's been nonstop. Yep.
So recently you came out with your um, garden grow kit, your starter kits.
Yeah.
And I did purchase a couple of them and I gave them away on one of my YouTube videos. Tell us what inspired you to do that.
Oh my goodness. So
And
that,
tell us a little bit about the kit itself.
yeah. So I created a kit that it was pretty much what I started with. Like I
Mhm.
said, I mentioned the cucumbers, tomatoes, the peppers. That kit has those things that I feel like is easy to grow for a beginner gardener. Um,
Right.
all the things included with the labels, with
Mhm.
peat pods, and instructions on how to plant and get this thing going for
Really
yourself.
is a great kit. It really is.
Yeah, it's just for a beginner, so that you can get it started and you can be inspired by it. So I
Right.
created it for that, just to promote more gardeners, whether it be on your porch or in the backyard or on in ground, above ground, whatever. I just want to
Wherever
inspire
you want to plant your plants, yes.
wherever, but not having to figure out what soil am I going to use, what seeds should I get. There's a ton
Mhm.
of varieties. I don't know what to do.
Well, what I
Um,
liked is that you mixed it up quite a bit. You had collards, you had the cucumbers, and you didn't forget your flowers, and I love that because a lot of the times when you buy like these survivor kits or other seed kits, there's everything. There's radishes, there's cucumbers, there's tomatoes, but there's no flowers.
right
And we
now,
need those pollinators, and I love that you included those zinnias in there.
exactly. That was the reason. It was very thought out. It was very intentional when I added these
Right.
so they could attract the pollinators. Yep.
Exactly. Okay. Now, what's next in that spectrum for you? Because you got your business going. You gave us a little tease with the grow kids. I know you got some more coming.
So yeah, so I want to start offering more seeds in different varieties because that one's very specific. There were seeds
Hmm.
from my own vegetables that I grew, my own fruits that I grew, and I harvested those seeds. But now that I have more and I'm growing more, I can add more
Mm.
variety to it and maybe customize packages. So that's what we're working on now.
I
Yep.
love it. Okay, so this is Wellness Wednesday, and I want to know, what does wellness mean to you?
Wow. Wellness means freedom.
Oh, that's a word, honey.
Wellness means freedom. I think they're almost equal. Freedom to be able to eat healthy, freedom to be able to get peace of mind while doing it, while going, getting that experience, stress relieving, freedom to take your time, because
Yes.
gardening teaches you patience, and you have to be able to take your time with everything, right?
Oh, you
Um,
got to have that patience. Yes.
it teaches you to have patience with yourself, and take a little time out for yourself. So that's
Hmm.
to me wellness. Yeah, it means freedom, freedom to just to be able to take care of yourself, mind, body, and soul.
Oh, I love that. And now, is your family included in your gardening?
Yes, yes, even though I get a little pushback from the kids when
Hmm.
I ask them to help
Yep.
me harvest seeds and things like that. It's always like pulling teeth to get them out there. But when I do get them out there, they seem to be having fun. They're
Have a
into
blast.
it. See, you started your kids young, like the little ones. They're all into it. I seen that post with your son, and he was so proud of them pepper plants. Go ahead. I mean, he was with
He's
the
hype, and that was all his idea. That wasn't like me, here,
yes,
come plant these peppers. Like, I'm literally cooking dinner, and he's like, can we
right.
grow these? And I'm like, have at it.
That's it. It's you living, you doing. They
Right.
see it's that. So I mean, that was beautiful. So
And
I
now,
really.
see, I have older ones too.
Mhm.
And although I've been growing food for a very long time, I'm sorry, that's me.
No, that was me. I kicked
Oh, was
myself.
it? So though I've been growing food for a very long time, the older ones, they like the harvest. They like that part. They like the snack part. Do you remember this story when you were younger about the chicken that was harvesting wheat on the farm? And she would go around and ask all the animals to
Yeah.
help at every stage of it.
The
Help
little
me plant the wheat seeds, help me water the wheat, help me harvest the wheat, help me make the bread. But then when they smelt that bread baking, all the animals came running. That's
mm,
my kid. That's the older ones. They don't
yeah.
want to eat the seeds, but they eat the fruit.
Uh, I
A
get it.
mess. So you are a gardener, but you're also a businesswoman.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about that part of Denise.
Oh my goodness. So, working in my field and working in upstate New York, you realize in some industries there's not a lot of diversity, um,
Mm-hmm.
and that really impacted me in a way. And it's not, I learned a lot from the different cultures. Well, predominantly Caucasians. That's what I work with in my field,
Right.
predominantly, and I do learn from their culture and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
but I needed to be the bridge in my field for other
Mm-hmm.
people that look like me. So that's why financial literacy, financial
So important.
responsibility,
So important.
I needed to push that narrative out to my community. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and and I created D Prime LLC. And we set up LLCs, we set up accounting practices, show you how to do process federal withholding, quarterly billing,
Okay.
set up all your sales and expenses on template that I created myself to kind of get your business going in a right way. Because a lot of us will go to LegalZoom and it's like, yeah, start your business. They're ready to take your money. They'll go ahead and say, yeah,
Exactly. I was just gonna say that
whoops,
they're
whoops.
ready because it's one template for everyone. There's no personalization. There's no customization. It's just this what we do, and we make it easy for you, but it's not formatted for you.
Exactly. They forget to tell you, hey, there's an annual fee every year that you're going to have to submit. There's a publishing fee. Did you publish it with the newspaper in the county that you're in? Do you know how much they charge? Do you know what the state requires? There's all these things that have to happen. And a lot of times, yes, people can afford lawyers and CPAs to do the work, but
Right.
some can't. And we are talented, beautiful people that
Yes,
have
we are
a lot to
multifaceted,
offer.
beautiful
Oh,
people.
we have degrees, we have experience in the field, but when it comes
Yes.
to ship and owning our own and putting our service out there and generating our own income, we kind of fall short. And then when
And
we
why do
open,
you think that is? Do you think it's only because of lack of diversity in these fields, or do you think it's because we're afraid or hesitant to actually take that leap on our own to do things for ourselves?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think when you see past generations, uncles, grandfathers, when you see these people in business, you get a little bit
Mhm.
comfortable. It's like, oh, business owners are normal people just like us, right? Um,
Right.
it becomes more common, and you're not as intimidated. So you're willing to open up your own business.
Mhm.
Also, it comes from the demographic, depending on the city that you live in. Some
Very
people are
true. Very
empowered
true.
because they employ and assist, their own buddies, their own family members. And if
Hmm.
the
Oh,
dominant,
nepotism is so real.
Yeah. So if you're in a
So
community,
real.
we're not offering people these same opportunities and we're not informed, then the businesses are not going to open. So changing things like people in your city council, school board members, our elected judges, our officials
Right.
matter, so that we can get these contracts, like remodeling contracts and all these things, so we can support our own businesses. So it's really a couple of things, it's on a
Yeah.
high scale, and also internal or generational effect, I believe.
Tell us how social media fits into this.
Oh gosh, the reach, the
Mhm.
reach that social media, you can like connect with so many different people,
Yeah.
um, and it can be so less intimidating. And
Oh
like
yeah.
we're having a talk. This is my girlfriend right here. I'm just talking, right?
Right.
It,
Right.
it makes it that it is not a conference. We're
And
not,
the representation
business.
is there.
Exactly. We're not here with
Mhm.
a projector in the back, and you got to learn how to point it. And no, you're out here giving the
Mhm.
information that people want and desire.
That's
That you,
right.
I love social media because of that. I believe the older generations, they would be like, "Oh my goodness, she's crazy. Oh, she likes social media now," and it's like, no, you can't.
Well, remember, that's a different era. Back then, it was kitchen table, it was word of mouth, it was
Yeah,
really getting out there and grounding and pounding. Now it's just
right.
one click and you're broadcast to the world,
That's it.
you know?
That's it. So there's an advantage for our youth coming
Can
up.
you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. um,
Okay.
I think there's an advantage for our youth because I think we
Big
see
time.
entrepreneurship coming. Back when I was in school, they didn't really talk about that. It was always degree, degree, degree. Prepare yourself to work yourself to death for somebody else. Well,
Yep.
guess what? That's not what I want to do in life. And
No.
I'm still an employee, so don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here fronting that I'm just, a business owner and I'm living okay. No, I still work with
No. But you taking those steps.
right, right, and I use
Right.
that
And
on the
I
dream.
think us being on these platforms and doing what we love and showing our passions, it influences others to go after their passions as well.
Right.
Um, so what do you think the strongest platform is right now for business owners or entrepreneurs or anybody just that wants to share their passion? Because we got YouTube, we got Facebook, we got IG, we got TikTok. Where do you think someone should sit themselves at this moment and get started?
Um, for me, I can
Mhm.
say Instagram because it's quick, it's easy.
Mhm.
I can work
Mhm.
with different apps that can post
Right.
throughout the day for me. So
Right.
people may think, wow, how does she have time to post? Well, I scheduled it because there's something called Canva that schedules these posts. So yes, I'm working my
Mhm.
job, but I'm also marketing my
Mhm.
business with other apps. But when it comes to detailed, instructional, those type of things that are a bit longer, then I would say YouTube. I think there's a platform for everything. But if you're a
Yeah.
young entrepreneur, um, and let's say you got to define your demographic, right? And let's
Right.
your followers
Definitely.
are your age, and it's TikTok. Maybe you're talking to people about TikTok. So I think it's going to be the type of information that you're
Mhm.
putting out, your demographic, and that's going to define where you should be promoting the most.
Right. Huh?
What do you think? What do you think about
Oh
social media?
gosh.
What's the
I
best
think TikTok runs the world, to be
TikTok?
honest.
Yeah.
I do. And I don't post on TikTok often,
Me.
but I'll say like every other post, I'll drop it, and then like 3 days later, my phone is blowing up. You have 100 and something new TikTok notifications, and I'm like, for what? you know? And then I'm like, because TikTok is always an afterthought for me, after
Yeah.
YouTube, after Facebook, after Instagram. TikTok is always my last thought. So when something goes viral or it blows up, I'm like, dang, I should have posted something more like, information, because Instagram doesn't blow up as fast as TikTok does.
Yeah.
You can reach a lot more people on TikTok. So I'm always like, dang, I missed an opportunity. I ain't fixed it yet now. It still lasts on my list.
I've created TikToks and what's the other one? Snap. No,
Oh,
not
I
a TikTok.
haven't Snapchat in years.
I just I took it off and then I recently put it back on because my daughter she wants me to see. She says she posts more often on those, so I kind of try to like dabble into whatever my girls are doing. That's
Yeah, keep tabs on the kids. That's right.
mm,
So we have a few more minutes. I want to see if anybody has any questions in the comment section. Denise, can you see the comment section?
no, I can't. Is there let me private? No, let's go to the comments. Okay, I see the comments. I just can't see us in the comments. Actually,
Oh,
try to log in through my iPad because that's what I was trying to do earlier. I'm gonna see if I can find you real quick, and then I can see the chat from there.
okay. Oh, let me just say hello to a few people too. All right. Yogi Hello Farm. Hey, Lisa. Thank you so much for coming in. It's nice to see you. Rochelle, hey. You said TikTok makes me feel old. Girl, you ain't never lied. Johnny said, I'm not a tickety talk. I can't do it. Too funny. Hey, Lavender for Luck. Thank you so much for coming in. Free your bladder. Oh, well, hello there. That's an interesting one. Does anybody have any questions for Denise? I skipped Snapchat. You ain't missing nothing. So, Denise, what is your advice for someone looking to start a business and looking for an LLC? Like, do you think they should start with an LLC or a sole proprietorship, or there's so many options?
So it's always going to be what's best for you at the time, right? So financially, you're going to have to weigh, okay, what's going to cost more? Sometimes it's cheaper to go to the sole proprietor route, and then maybe you could shift and establish an LLC. So I'm never
Right.
going to somebody to go either a sole proprietor or a sole member LLC. I'm going to give them both. Well, here's what your county charges. Here's what it costs to do an LLC on a state level. What are the requirements? So it's really up to the person. I like the LLC because of the limited liability that it offers, but it's
Right.
not available for a sole member if they're mixing their money. So I highly recommend if you're going to do an LLC, you make sure you have a bank account attached to it. All your income is separated. I mean, all your revenue is separated. You're not paying for nails through your business account and those type of things. Keep all your receipts and have an accountant.
Business and personal separate.
Absolutely, absolutely, because that's how you're gonna keep that safety net of the LLC. Because you're really highly scrutinized if it's just you, if you're a single member LLC. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, does it depend on how large your business is, which one you choose?
No, because honestly, you could be a sole proprietor and have an EIN and have a whole bunch of employees. So it really doesn't matter. I've seen doctors, lawyers. It really depends on where you're at, how what you want to do, what your purpose is, what's the purpose of the business, and how much are you willing to spend at startup, and how much you want to hassle yourself with. Because of course, you're still gonna have that annual reporting
Right. Don't
with
take on too much, basically.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So let's go back to gardening just a little bit,
mhm.
because you encouraged me to make something I didn't even think about, and I put
Mhm.
it on my Instagram a little while ago.
Did you?
Chive blossom vinegar.
Oh yeah.
It's so pretty and it's not quite ready yet, but I love finding new ways to use things in the garden. So what made you make that?
I just ran across it. I researched what should I do with chive blossoms because I seen them coming up. It's that season.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
and I ran across that chive blossom vinegar, and I forget who the it was on YouTube. I forget who it actually was that posted it, but I followed the instructions, and it was amazing. The color is beautiful. You can gift that to someone.
the
Um,
color is so pretty.
the taste is good. It's not too strong, but you can
Mhm.
taste that hint of chive in there. So yeah, everything. preserving. I'm trying to push towards that more.
And what
Can
zone are you canning? Are you canning? What zone are you gardening in again?
I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, so that's Zone 7B.
Oh, you got a nice long season too.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Good,
It's,
yeah.
it's longer than upstate New York.
I think it's about 250 or 230 days of gardening. So I try to push for that too.
Oops. Um, where I am is 153 days. And I
Mhm.
feel like that goes by so fast. How do you squeeze it all in?
Man, I think it's preparation, and doing what you can inside the house, so that you can be
Yeah.
prepared to bring it outside. And I know that's tough for a lot of people, but I think we overcomplicate it. If we have the right lighting and, and
Way overcomplicated.
Mhm.
Denise, you have a question. Oh, what's your favorite thing to grow now as a more experienced grower?
Honestly, it cucumbers. I have a few. It's cucumbers and it's garlic because I love garlic. I use it on everything, and herbs. So there's not
Yes.
just and cucumbers because I just love to make my own pickles. Um, the garlic because it's amazing and it's not too much of a needy plant. And then the herbs because I believe in healing ourselves with herbs. So it's very important to me. So I'm trying to preserve and make sure that I use the right herbs to and learn how to use the right
Take care
herbs
of ourselves. Right.
and go back to that because that's where we.
Okay. Hi, Pam is here from Blue Self Reliant. And now, Denise, I know you can't stay on long. I know you got to get back to work,
Mhm.
but I want to say thank you very, very much for joining us and tell us all how we can find you, how we can reach you, how we can learn more about you.
So I'm at Denise's Garden of Zen on IG and YouTube. You can find in my profile, you'll see a link. In that link, you'll also be able to connect with me regarding your LLC if you want to establish a business. If you need help getting your books in order, a template to try to see if you're required to process quarterly withholdings, I can help you out with that.
Nice.
Thing is
Okay.
profile, and my other page is D Prime LLC. So you can find me in those. Yeah,
Okay, so I will grab, I know I have your YouTube and your Instagram in the description box. I will find the other links and I will add them as well. So anybody who needs your assistance, they will be able to find you and they will be able to contact you and get some help. Thank you
thank
so much. I hope you enjoyed being here and thank you so much for coming through. You know, I got love for you always. You my homie. I appreciate
you,
you.
girl Key. I really appreciate you. I have so much respect for you. You have so much knowledge. And anytime you ask, I'm gonna be there if I can.
Gonna be back. We're gonna have to do something joint because I gotta get you back on YouTube.
Oh, oh, and in town. I'm not gonna say. Well, I'm gonna say when in late last week of June, first week of July. So I will be. I'll
But
be.
you got my number, girl.
Yes,
Call.
yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in. I'm gonna let you go. Have a wonderful day, and I will actually talk to you soon.
Bye,
All
Key.
right. Bye. Got it. You got it? All right. Well, that was nice. That was really nice. Thank you, Denise, for coming in and joining us. If anybody else has any other questions, you guys can feel free to contact her on Instagram. The link is in the description box. You can contact her on through her other links. I think it's a link tree that she just talked about, but I'll get all the links and I will put them in the description box as well. So you can contact her for her services, the LLC, and follow her gardening journey. She does some amazing things, some amazing recipes, and she's a really, really awesome person. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I'm not going to keep you guys long at all because it is hump day and we are all trying to get over it, okay? Including me, honey. I got things to do. I love y'all so much. Thank you to the moderators that came in. I see Mrs. Queen. I see G Mama. Thank you guys so much. Lavender for Luck. Hi, Ricky's Life. Thank you so much for coming in. And anybody else that I missed, I apologize. I will go back through the comments and I will read them all. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week. Come through every Wednesday at noon. We're going to be doing something here for Wellness Wednesdays. Next week, Jeremy will be back with Gardening the Mind, and I'll be back the week after with another special guest. I know you guys are going to love her as well. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Learn with me, grow with me. I love y'all. For real. Bye.